My name is Daniel Walden. This is Coop, and this is my van. This is a Ford Transit, the T-350, so it's the longest and the tallest. It's got the 3.8 turbo diesel in it, and it is a two-wheel drive, but that's all they made in 2017, and that's when I started living in it. So I think the build out for people's vans is super representative of them and their style. For me, it's simplicity and utilitarian. If I break it, I want to be able to fix it, or if it looks scratched, I want to be able to smooth it over. And durability is pretty key. Not that I'm rough on things, but I think if you use stuff this much, stuff happens. And I have a dog, so we get a lot of traffic in and out of this thing. I feel like a lot of this lifestyle with a golden retriever is sort of dog hair. So I've just got good coverage of things. So here's his bed to keep him comfortable, and then just good covers on the chairs that provide more organization. So I've loved having that type of stuff just to keep things as nice as possible. I'd been seeing people live in their van, like climbers and things, and it really got me interested. So through some friends, they connected me with the owner of Van Life Customs, and Dave and I became pretty good friends. And when I finally decided to pull the trigger on the van build, I remember him sending me the CAD drawings of the van, and I was like, yes, let's do that. I ended up just going to Ford, buying a van, and shipping the van to Denver for him to start building on it. We both are bike riders, so I was having him sort of build it out as if, this is how I want it to be if I ride bikes a lot. I want it to be easy in and out, storage, secure, just stuff like that. And it just turned out so well. And I've had a few ideas of my own since I've lived in here to change and make things better, and that's served me well too, just because it's sort of my personal touch. Everything's sort of on the wall, so this was very open. I feel like this is the hangout, like the front stoop of the van. Tons of sitting, always in and out, and I wanted more space to do that. What you see is sort of what you get in this van. So, kitchen galley here, and then dry goods over the kitchen, and then when you look back, you're getting my sleep living area. I tend to think some of the best times with friends and family are around food, so kitchen is important to me, and this is about what I landed with. So just to keep it pretty flowing, all this is dry goods, so if I needed to reach it, it's here for whatever I need in the kitchen. Fridge is handy, and then just whatever else, spices, coffee, all those types of things. And then the tanks, I didn't do custom tanks or anything for water, keeping it simple like that. 21 gallons of fresh water. I don't even have a gray water anymore. I normally just try to use it like I've got a sink insert, and that allows me just to clean dishes and then take it and dispose of it. I did end up, I had to get a hole cut in the stone here, but I did drop in an induction cooktop, which has been so nice because it runs right off of the solar. It's so simple, and I definitely cook way more because I can just pop it right up and it's going. If you're in the kitchen, you're also in the bedroom and other parts of, just the storage in the house. So that's a queen bed. It's a little small because you don't have tons of headroom, so I keep it a little shorter. Even behind the pillows, I've got like just some of my winter jackets and stuff stored back there. If it is close to the kitchen, I still have, these are bowls and storage stuff and whatever to keep it quiet as well. This type of stuff tends to clank, so I try to keep like spacers in here. Whatever I do maintain, knives, keeps it, just for meal prep. Having a couple good ones around is never a bad thing. These are just sort of open cabinets, nothing crazy, whatever will fit I have in there. For me, it's extra dog food and bags, storage, whatever else I need in there. And the difference in these two sides, you see this piece of trim, that actually goes, that allows the cabinet to go all the way to the floor, so that's a full depth cabinet. This one over here is where the heater is. So this cabinet has a false bottom. This cabinet is where the hot air comes out. So that has been a fantastic touch to have. The wood was a big component of how we wanted to do things. This was all like reclaimed barn wood. It was pretty affordable, and we was able to keep the look of the interior warm. And that was a huge goal of mine because I love that cabin feel. So a shiplap ceiling with some white to mix it in, I thought was gonna go well with the white elsewhere, just to sort of keep it looking as large as possible since it is a small space. The stuff you're not touching regularly, put it away where you don't have to mess with it. So that's, you know, the stuff that I use only seasonally, I sort of have cabinets that cycle in and out of use, and they'll be further back to where I don't use them often. It seems like these are the ones that get used the least, so these are my two primary clothing drawers, and that keeps it super simple. My routine is unique in that I love the early morning hours. It's normally a 4 or a 5 a.m. wake up every day, and I have the routines. Like, I do enjoy the coffee, and I sit down and I try to reflect on that. I meditate. I read these daily stoic books just to get like a dose of something to think about that day. I love affirmations, and organization is so key, just so you're productive and like you maintain that high performance. It's an all parts of life thing. It's not just trying to be a better cyclist. I want to be a better functioning human and perform well at my job and perform with my habits personally. I think being able to bring this style of life and performance-based habits and just activity, combining it all and helping people get through this sort of loss of stoke in time, because it is a weird year with the amount of unemployment and challenges with work, presidency, all of these things. I think it's really polarizing us, and I would just want to try to be another ounce of positivity right now. That is largely important to me. Making sure this guy is living the fullest life possible and just being present in my friends and family's lives. I think to me the connections of van life are what make it rich, because you don't collect things. Like, this flannel's 10 years old. It's really freeing to detach from material things, because then I realize that's not changing my quality of life. But if I'm putting effort into folks and we're sharing conversation over good food, that is important. All men's favorite part of their house is the man cave. For me, it's the garage, but this is where the fun is. So it may not be the cleanest thing you've ever seen, but it gets used a lot. Mountain biking is the main hobby I have here. Most of this is sort of centered around that, just protective gear and things like that. Most of my tools and things here, and then sleeping bag gear, backpacking, sort of whatever else fits into the lifestyle. If it's outside, I'm doing it. I did the Appalachian Trail in 2011. That sent me into how rewarding it is to spend time outside and have a goal and accomplish it and just do what you say you're going to do. And the trail did that for me, and it built confidence in my abilities to just navigate the unknown. And following the trail, it was climbing, and then right into mountain biking after the loss of a couple of partners climbing. I just feel like I needed something with less assistance, or the requirement of another person to complete it. And biking is so that you can train alone, you can train indoors in the winter if you had to, and it's brought me together into so many good communities. If you're a biker, it is the best way to fall into van life and go around town. Here's all 3 solar powered batteries. Those are the lithium, so you get a little more power out of those, and you can run them all the way down and charge them right back up, which is super nice. My lead acid batteries didn't last that long. The hot water shower is a recent addition that was gifted to me by some friends. Once it's got flow of water going to the system, it starts pumping out hot water. You do plug it up to a little propane canister. You can get about, depends how luxurious of a shower you're trying to take, but I take pretty quick showers, eight or so showers from one canister. And this is the water from my kitchen. So this has just got a split hose on it, and I brought it back here so I could hose off my bike and whatnot. And then of course myself, this is how I do it most of the time. I'd rather just take a cold one and make it fast. Off-road recovery gear, if I get stuck in some sand or mud, that's always helpful. And these are just commander containers from a hardware store just to keep it all put away. And then I carry a reserve tank. I feel like water on the road is probably the commodity that keeps you going. I mean, that's just, you gotta have water. These are Amazon organization mesh bags. So this is like an automotive application. So we just put outdoor carpet on these panels and then stuck them on there. And I think you can get 2 of them for $6. So I sort of have them everywhere because they're so functional. I did put an onboard air compressor that runs off the system that is super simple, and that's ARB brand, so like the traditional off-road brand. They're putting out some awesome stuff. Brought up in the go to college, get a job, establish a life thing. And after I had my degrees, it just made sense to sort of clear my own direction and make sure I was doing exactly what I wanted to do. The things that I wanted to see hadn't been seen yet, so I figured the best way to keep doing it would take some contracts out west and start knocking them off one at a time and living in these spaces. And it's definitely changed who I am, being able to spend that much time in the Red Rock Desert and then bounce up into the high mountains and enjoy this amount of weather change and oceans, everything. And it's just been something to where I knew van life was going to allow me to do that so simply. That amount of simplicity has been so fulfilling to my purpose, and it's really freeing to detach from material things, because then I realize that's not changing my quality of life. But if I'm putting effort into folks and we're sharing conversation over good food, that is important, meaningful, and a memory. I'd rather stack memories than stack things. I have lived in some excellent places, Grand Canyon, the Tetons. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until it seems like it's time to put roots down again. There is no clear end date in sight. As long as it's, for me, not a place I don't wanna live, I'll just stop, stop traveling and see how it is and become part of the fabric in that community. But if not, it's easy to keep rolling. You just turn the key. My name is Daniel Walden. You can connect with me on Instagram at Mountain Man Dan. And if you're interested in getting involved with some coaching just to change your habits, change your life, and get involved with us doing some deeper connection in the outdoors, it's on Instagram as well at The Culture of Stoic.